Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Chris Piche. Chris Piche is a computer scientist and technology entrepreneur. Born and raised in Canada, he is an expert in distributed networking, scalable video, and computer vision technologies. Chris has developed technologies and products including AT&T TV, Blackberry Video, Polycom Video, and Stun, Turn, or ICE, and has also been awarded the Best of Internet World, Canada's Top Young Leader, and Top 40 Under 40. Chris is now the founder and CEO of SmarterAI, the leader in AI cameras and enablement software. Well, good afternoon, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Brian. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. And thank you. I appreciate you making the time, hailing out of the city of Dubai in United Arab Emirates. But thank you again for making the time. This is so fun. Chris, we're going to jump in here and ask you some questions here today to get a little bit of your story, but it looks like some questions here for what you're doing. You built some of the biggest mobile video products from Blackberry Video to AT&T TV. What made you decide to build an AI company?
Well, when I was at Blackberry, I had a front row seat to the rapid transformation of mobile phones. And so I saw how quickly technology could fundamentally transform an entire industry. So if you remember about 10 years ago, we were all walking around with our Nokias, our Blackberries, and then it seemed like a few months later, the whole world changed and we all had iPhones. And so after I left Blackberry, I just couldn't shake the feeling that cameras were on the cusp of a similar transformation. And in the same way that Android and iOS were crucial for smartphones, I thought that a similar software platform would be necessary to transform the camera industry. And that's when the idea for SmarterAI was born. It's basically a vision of bringing the benefits of AI to cameras and changing the way we capture and analyze visual data.
Thank you. I appreciate that story leading up to how you got into this, but you're absolutely right. The last, decade has been just a whirlwind of technological advances and changes. And as you can see, if you're not keeping up with some of that technology advancement, you lose the game there. And we saw BlackBerry was dominating when it first came out there, and then it just fell by the wayside. So great to hear that story, how you got into that. And Chris, I got a few other questions here, more of a complex question here. Do you foresee widespread adoption of AI cameras, and how will AI cameras benefit society and our audience? Any challenges with that?
Sure. So firstly, widespread adoption of AI cameras is already well underway. Sometimes they're a little bit under the covers, so to speak, but AI cameras are already making our lives safer and more efficient than ever before in a number of ways. For example, from autonomous vehicles to revolutionizing healthcare and even optimizing public safety. So AI cameras are already here. And as with any transformative technology, of course, there are challenges to overcome. The biggest challenge with AI cameras is probably striking the right balance between addressing data privacy concerns and establishing regulatory frameworks to achieve the right balance between technology innovation and personal privacy.
There's certainly a lot there to unpack as far as security these days, privacy and all that. We could really dive into that. But no, I appreciate where we're at today as far as cameras. It really has been, I would say, in the last 5-7 years, kind of a proliferation of cameras and where they're used today. So I appreciate you sharing where they're at. Chris, can you share any advice or insights, lessons learned with our audience, technology entrepreneurs?
Well, I guess a few things. So first, find an important problem to solve. Find a way to help other companies or other people. So ultimately being successful is often dependent on, at the very beginning, pinpointing a significant pain or a significant problem that you can help others to solve. Number two, I would say dream big, but start small. Build an MVP, test your ideas, and scale your business or scale your product and business with iterative development or iterations of your MVP. And then probably one more thing, and last but certainly not least, find something that you're passionate about or do something that you're passionate about. Passion will not only sustain your motivation, but it will also enhance your understanding and your connection with your customers, the people who you're trying to help.
Thank you. And those three items, obviously passion is really the main theme of our podcast. It seems a lot of entrepreneurs and other senior leaders believe passion is really the key to that inspiration, creativity, and just longevity. So thank you for sharing. And Chris, last question of the day. How does building AI cameras compare with broadcasting the Super Bowl?
Let's see. Well, building AI cameras and broadcasting the Super Bowl are both very challenging endeavors at the intersection of technology and society. So where technology meets society. But I would say that broadcasting the Super Bowl is more like a high pressure sprint. So tons of preparation, but then you need precise execution and coordination for a single event. And on the other hand, building AI cameras, I would say, is more akin to a marathon. So long-term focus on continued improvement. It demands a commitment to research, to development, and to adaptation as technologies and market demands change. So both of them require the application of technology and a dedication to delivering a great customer experience, whether it's for a short sprint, a single event, or more of a longer marathon to improve the everyday lives of people.
Thank you, Chris, for sharing that and breaking out that analogy. I do appreciate there are sometimes events that are just amazingly large, and then you've got things that you need to sprint for. But of course, the long-term goal is just to keep that continuous movement. So, Chris, I do appreciate you sharing that, and that makes a lot of sense. And we do appreciate the nuggets that you've shared with us today. Chris, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thanks. It was my pleasure to be here, Brian, and look forward to coming back.
Bye for now.